Greetings, friends, and welcome to the Friday pre-flight. This is number 92. That's right, we're 92 in. That's amazing. Well, it's amazing to me anyway. I'm glad all of you are here and have been here since, many of you since the very beginning. We have kind of a one-track show today, although we have some interesting chat that happened in the background prior to the show starting. So we'll take a look at that as well. Lots of interesting things coming up this weekend. Grant and I are making some plans. You could see more content in the future. It's going to be pretty exciting. I am making some plans for the 100th episode that might actually include guests. I don't usually put guests on the Friday pre-flight. It's kind of my solo stream to hang out with y'all. But I think we might do that. But let's say hi to those of you that were here early and some other folks that may have just popped in. So let's see. Let's start here. Of course, we have Emotionally Unstable Amphibian, longtime supporter of the channel in various ways, and a lot of the other channels as well. Thank you for that, my friend. Thanks for being here. Sean Estep is in the house. Good to see you. Of course, we also have Lord Thoth, one of the wrenches, very, very early on for this channel. Thanks for being here, my friend. Apollomes Minion. What's up, Apollomes? I hope you're being safe on all your travels and travails across the United States as you deliver goods to places. We appreciate you and all of your work. We've got Olaf Vanis in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Midnight's Edge wrapped up a little earlier than I anticipated, so I'm glad that we've got a lot of you here hanging out with us as we get the show started, so thanks for that. Shrap 3D is here, saying hi to everybody. We've got Theme Park Casual, and here's what I was talking about. Shrap brings up this idea that the War of Aurorim, basically there's going to be a new character, Helm's daughter. You know, I didn't really catch that. I believe you. That might be true. I'll have to revisit the article. It would be quite a divergence from what the story is and what the story is being told as. And it would essentially break the promise that Warner made to not change any fundamentals about Tolkien's story. So we'll have to see. But I will read further, see if I can suss something out or figure something out. I would love to have the original story. Seifer family agrees and says, why can't they just use the characters that are out there? That's a great question. I don't know. But I'd like to see what happens or what comes of any and all of those things. But of course, we have lots of other folks showing up here. We got Dragon Master 360 here. We have Crazy Cat Guy. Good to see you. You're going to be listening, but not terribly active. Well, I'm glad that you're here, my friend. I also noted that you sent a super chat, which I'll be grabbing here in just a second. We got Trav 101 from across the pond as well. Our good friend Captain Fandom Nerd. We've got Hammeroid Hertz in the house. Good to see you. 5 a.m. with a blistering hangover. Oh, goodness, my friend. Well, I'm glad that you're here. I hope that you clear your noggin quickly. We've got Bilbo Swaggin. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. And here's the super chat from our good friend Crazy Cat Guy for $10. Thanks for that, my friend. Says, I appreciate your streams and vids. Here's some more coin for that hair product fund. Got to keep, they remain glorious. Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Oh, we've got the lovely Sherry out there. Good to see you. And KRNut82 is also in the house. We got Dr. Dragon out there. Larry says, CC on air. And again, Larry, a name so nice, you must say it twice. Good to see you, Larry. We got D-Bud Martin in the house as well. The very lovely Tina Bojan. And of course, Rex Kramer saying, happy Friday. A round of Rin call all around. There you go. Oh, you guys are great. We got Fat Elvis here reminding you to smash your thumbs. Philip A. Demick is in the house as well. So many other folks, including Rob Altus and just an amazing group of humans like DS Ford and Hank VP and my buddy Hunch, the Dirty Roofer. We've got Knife Party. What a great name. Good afternoon to you, my friend. Tim Hayes is out there. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. We've got James Villanueva. Good to see you. And of course, War Monkey. What's up, War Monkey? Monkey Jeebus. What's up, Monkey Jeebus? Good to see you. We got Dave G Sound out there. Totals Yodels. There you go. Speaking of totals yodels, in the 6 Minute Daily, did you guys notice the story that I covered? This is going to be an interesting one. In fact, I think there'll be multiple videos on it. But basically, Dante is out there saying that Baby Yoda is a complete ripoff of Gizmo and the Gremlins. Interesting. They do look remarkably similar. Wonder how far that will go. Let's see. Who else is in the house? We had a few other folks drop in here. As I scroll along, Flashy Vic is in the house. There you go. That looks like a place that a cigarette would normally reside. Let's see who else is in the house here. We got a few others. We got Channel Surf. 'Tis the best day of the week. Indeed, my friend. Small Time is here. What's up, Small Time Republic? Good to see you. Jillian, and for $4.99 says, greetings and happy Friday to all. Have a wonderful weekend indeed. And thank you, Jillian, for your support. You're awesome. Flaccid Phoenix has been killing it lately. If you haven't checked out Flaccid Phoenix's channel, on the way to 3K, it looks like, plus just a huge number of views. And I may be wrong. You might be well over that, but just a huge number of views in your videos alone, especially also covering Indian cinema right now. So well done, my friend. We've got our friend Commander Ed Straker Shadow for $2 saying hello, culture, and happy and the boss happy TGIF. Indeed, yep, the boss is out there somewhere, probably on her phone, I would imagine. Good question. Am I going to San Diego Comic-Con? I was planning to, and then I wasn't planning to, and I was planning to, and now I'm not planning to. There's too many other things that demand my attention at the moment, and travel. And I'm going to be very careful about how I spend my budget for my time and money. I want to make sure I meet as many of you folks as I can in as many places as I can. So for what it's worth, I would love to, because I know some folks that are going to have panels, and I would love to see them. I know a couple of folks that are doing panels. I'm having a hard time giving large entities my money right now, being very discerning. I'd rather give my money to Eric July, which I already did. So there you go. Speaking of which, 1.7 million. Last time I checked. Let's take a look at Rippaverse, shall we? Let's take a look at it. Rippaverse. I'm going to share the screen. Oh, folks, this is a beautiful day. It's almost at 1.8 million. Let's see that beautiful bean footage. Ba-bam. 70 days left to go. 70 days left to go. 70 days left to go. And we are at almost 1.8 million. $6,000 short of $1.8 million with 70 days left to go. Over 20,000 purchasers of this book. This campaign goal was 100,000. I already paid for it. Why does it say this? Do you see this message up here? I want it all. Cover has been removed from your cart because it has since been modified. You can add it back to your cart here. I already paid for it. How weird is that? I better have my package coming. I have a receipt. Let's look at the stretch goals and talk about how awesome that is. So at $1 million, we get a reveal of the team involved in the next project. So we're already going to know all of that. That's amazing. 2 more guaranteed campaigns by the end of the year. That's going to be hard to do. Don't have a lot of time to get those done. I hope you're well underway, Eric. Part-time Rippaverse employees are converted to full-time. Eric, you got your work cut out for you, buddy. And congratulations. I think you're awesome. And I think this is awesome. I don't know. For what it's worth, pretty excited about that. Anyway. It's amazing how high that is. Congratulations to him. Good to see you. Yeah, Eric is awesome. Let's see. Okay, we got Olaf Von S for €2 says, let's have a great weekend, people. Indeed. And thank you for being here, Olaf. I know it's a different time right now for you. War Monkey says reading Bounding in a comics article about Jamie Lee Curtis being racist as F. I can't even imagine. She seems like a sweetheart. Can't imagine that. Darth KK is taking credit for Baby Yoda. Yeah, she did not come up with it. I said that 2 years ago. I called him Yizmo. Oh, really, DJ Scandalous? All right. Good to see you, my friend, DJ Scandalous. If you're not subscribed to DJ Scandalous, you should be. You should be. He's a good guy. Been on the show. He's been on the Sunday show. It's a lot of fun. James Villeneuve is just running my Warcraft dailies while listening. Yeah, I remember doing WoW dailies. It was crazy. Constantly grinding the dailies so I could get the tokens, so I could get the thing, and then a new season of doing the dailies with the new faction. It's crazy. But, you know, I don't give Blizzard my money anymore, which is a bummer because I was a founding member of World of Warcraft Online when vanilla WoW was on 6 servers. I started on Azjol Nerub. True story. It's the old British version of the middle finger performed by the Peerless. Yes, David Niven. Also V for Vic. That's right. Awesome. And V for Victory as well. So that's the equivalent of the middle finger. Excellent. Learn something every day. Thank you, my friend. Should I stay or should I go now? Yeah, there are going to be some good product announcements at San Diego Comic-Con, and a lot of people are excited about it. And if you're going, you'll have to let me know how it is. I've been to so many Comic-Cons, I don't feel like I'm going to be missing anything. But maybe I'm getting even more cynical, or maybe I'm more detached from the things I used to love. I don't know. It's hard to maintain attachments to things that, you know, go after you and attack you. But we'll see. I just saw something I wanted to highlight. Where did it go? Hasbro's selfie series looks awesome as heck. Well, I have to look into that. Olaf Von S says, yep, 1783. It's actually higher than that. I think you guys swatted the bots. Well done. Bam. Bye-bye, bots. Oh, it's amazing how quickly it's growing. It'll be 2 million before the weekend is out, says the common nerd. I agree with you. Good to see you, my friend. And Flaccid Phoenix says the most important statement, which I actually added to the video today, we will win. That's right. This live stream there's good stuff on the horizon, and we will win. We're on the right side of things. In the description, I was a little verbose, but it's all in effect one thing, and it's a conversation around all of that. Holy cow, Naughty Monkey of Wrath. Good to see you, my friend. It has been a long time. I hope you are doing well as well. Let's see. Jillian's like, I ordered my stuff too and can't wait to receive it. I am stoked. Very excited. Yeah, I think it's going to get a huge bump after FNT again. Again, if that show alone is averaging 12, 15,000, and think about it, it's not just FNT supporting this, of course, you know, because Eric's on there regularly, but it's everybody in our corner of the internet, in our fellowship. In fact, Eric was talking about that in a video he did yesterday. He's 100% right. We're kind of showing just how the mainstream is somewhat irrelevant. I mean, people are backing this book hard, but more so than even you know, the Keanu book or multiple campaigns, Earthworm Jim. Because I was trying to think of something that was similar in the independent sphere, and I just can't, unless you guys can think of some examples. You think it's going to hit over 5 million? Man, DS4, that would be just wonderful and well deserved indeed. Yeah, Rippa's doing great. Comic pros are hella salty. Yep, and that is gravy indeed. Yeah, that's the frosting on top for sure. Oh wow, my Flow Hive and Flow Frames arrived yesterday. Just waiting my exotic Cordova redhead queen and her offspring are on the way. Wow. Yeah, Dave G Sound 1 million. That's right. Magitex Mag sends a super sticker. Thank you for that, dear. Appreciate it. We got of course, that's my favorite little Shiba Inu dog, Fart Hearts. Thank you for that, dear. I am incredibly excited for for Vegas. I'm very excited for because I just so you guys know, I mean, I considered staying at the Wynn this time, but I think I'm still going to end up staying at the Paris. It's right in the center of the Strip. It's my favorite location. I'll have an automobile. I don't drink when I drive, and I tend not to get drinky when I'm around people. So just not the way I'm wired. Disney rip off characters from books and other movies? Never. By the way, one of my favorite YouTube handles is Running with Scissors. Yes, I love that. Yep. It's I always saw Weird Al's album cover. That's right. Running with Scissors. Get to see that one around every once in a while. Rippaverse, Top Gun, The Terminal List further proves that we just want something different than what's being offered. DJ Scandals preaches the truth. It's very true. We just want good things. I just want good things. I know you want good things. Yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis's hit is hit. I'd smash. Yeah, I hear you, Van Vidal. I think a lot of people would. By the way, I like the fly on your avatar. That is cool as heck. But you wonder how many people try to wipe the screen clear of that. We got Sean Landrigan out there. Good to see you. You didn't know I was a gamer? Holy cow, dude. Yeah, here, look. I got Ezio sitting on my desk. Ezio Auditore di Firenze. Yeah. Love gaming. My Steam Deck. Oh, finally. I thought I was going to be one of the first people to get it because I was one of the first people on the sign-up list, but I finally got popped. So hopefully that gets delivered here very soon. I know some other folks have it. Hopefully they were able to get around the anti-cheat problems with it. I will let you know once I have it in hand. And I'll let you know whether or not it'll play Cyberpunk because I'll be checking that out. Yeah. Hasbro Pulse put the 3 Spider-Man set from No Way Home. I will have to check that out too. And this is the overriding theme. Don't give people money that hate you. That's right. And Trav, you're 100% right. I am very hyped about Vegas. Very hyped. I think it's going to be over 2 million Dragon Master 360. I think easily 3. It's got 70 days. Front Porch Conservative says, we shall fight the SJWs on the land and the sea and over the internet, and men shall look back in 1,000 years and say, this was their finest hour. Well, I hope that's true. But I will tell you this. We have to fight. I mean, we have to maintain or recreate culture because I refuse to lose. And there are a lot of us that refuse to lose. We've already won. History just needs to catch up to us. Well, and that's the conversation for today. And we're 20 minutes in. I'm saying hi to everybody reacting to you. And this is again one of my favorite parts of the stream. We get to chat back and forth. Hey, what's up, Mephisto? Good to see you, brother. All right, we got Rogue in the house. Okay. All right, so here we go. Oh, they're 3D printing your face and putting it on a figure. Oh, okay. Well, I would just do that myself. Why would I pay somebody else to do that? Or you get a very talented person like Andy Masterson who sculpts your face. Because Andy's very gifted. Winning, indeed. Winning. That's right. I'm not drinking tiger blood, though. But I have an interesting thing to say. The mainstream's stealing from us now. What's up, Jason? The mainstream is stealing from us. They're stealing our points, our talking points. After years of calling us bad names and saying that we were the problem with all of this stuff and being as, incredibly racist as a lot of these entities have been. Forbes shoots this thing out here. This is from the 10th of July. From Black Widow to Thor, Love and Thunder, why does the MCU Phase 4 feel so aimless? This is by Paul Tassi, someone who doesn't usually write anything critical. This is an Access Media guy for Forbes. He's definitely a step up or two of the rung from obviously, Scotty Boy. But it is what it is. And we'll scroll through this and just read through it. Now, this isn't the only article. Believe me, I got more. We're going to talk about how they keep stealing our talking points and our stories. And I cover a lot of these on the 6 Minute Daily, but I don't usually get too deeply into them. I honestly, and this is something I've talked with Grant about, could do 5 or 6 videos a day easy, much like the quartering, clownfish, Ryan. You know, I can't do 9 a day. I don't know how Ryan does that, but because there's so much material out there and they're constantly taking from us. But I'll read some of this and we'll move on because there's more. People have started taking note that the luster is starting to fade a little bit from Marvel projects. Duh. And pop culture conversation domination. But here in phase 4, things feel a bit different. Supposedly, we are now halfway through the phase, the first one where Disney Plus TV series joined the blockbuster movies, and things have been kind of weird. This is an opinion piece, by the way. I want to try to pin down why all these projects don't really seem like they've worked as a cohesive unit. Well, because they haven't, and more on that in a minute, because we have an explainer that it lines up with everything that Midnight's Edge has been reporting and that I've been told, and that the conversation is, if you watch us on Midnight's Edge in the morning, has been about with phase 4, but I'll keep going. There are some individually great ones here and there, but as a whole, phase 4 feels off in a few ways. It's tough to know where exactly it's going, even based on all the projects we've seen so far. So going in order, so we got WandaVision, which was good at the beginning and became crap, right? And based on what happened recently, she's dead. Okay. We got Falcon and Winter Soldier, which was a terrible show, which was handled very poorly. And trying to give us the idea that maybe Falcon, we have Falcon Cap now. Then we got the Loki show, which some people loved, including Tina Bojan. And again, I don't hate on people liking what they like. Like what you like, love what you love. I'm not going to yuck your yum, but I will point out some of the fatal flaws in some of these things. That's part of the job. Let's see. And this is the truth here. While we were called isophobes, the MSM is taking a huge dump on phase 4. Yep. Well, look, the floodgates open at this point. Access Media doesn't care because they're losing influence within Disney. So when you lose influence within something, you start to be able to hit it. You're given permission to attack it. And I think that's some of this as well. But anyway, they're using our talking points. And, Loki was what it was. Then we had Black Widow, which is soft as heck and should have been a project that should have existed a long, long time ago. Yeah, like now, 9 years ago would have been the time to do this. Of course, she's dead, so it's not as much fun. Then we got Shang-Chi, which was marketed in the worst possible way, was supported by a Golden Open campaign, and it was okay by most people's accounts. I could have done without Awkwafina, and a lot of people have called her out for various reasons. Eternals was just rotten. It was the first ever rotten MCU movie. Well, this person must not have seen all of the things that came before, because there were some Fantastic Four movies that were terrible, amongst other things. And I'm sorry, that one Hulk movie was just god awful. But anyway, so there you go. The first ever rotten MCU movie must have raised alarm bells over at Disney. Nope, because they leaned into it. We got Hawkeye, which was, just a way to pass the torch to a female. He's trying to cover over the fact that there's all this swapping of genders, races, the whole 9 yards on purpose, right? The origins of characters they've changed because they were politically inconvenient to, their goals, not necessarily the story's goals, which is another conversation. And I agree with you. We do need to start calling them Marxists because they are. Yeah, they're Marxist fascists, to be honest with you. Yeah, they are in pursuit of authoritarian rule. Sorry about that. Sorry, I got easily distracted. Let's see. So yeah, as we go on, they keep coming to it. You've got Spider-Man No Way Home. This is the only good film out of this entire phase. It might be the only good thing out of this entire phase. In fact, I'm going to say it is the only good thing out of this whole phase. It is. It's the best movie of the phase, but the one that sort of cheats, making the multiverse idea work because it's pulling in Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. Yes, it did it the right way. Right? Then there was Moon Knight, which absolutely destroyed the original arc of this character and its development in favor of, of mental illness plotline and some other weird things. Then Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which was not well received, and essentially, started to show the real cracks in the armor as far as the box office goes, and how it still, even though they've tried to artificially support it to $1 billion, still hasn't reached that number yet. And then you have Miss Marvel, which I can't comment on at all. A lot of people enjoy the show. So here's what the author says, and you can agree or disagree. No clear direction at this point, reforming a new Avengers team and facing a unified villain threat. No, none of that exists. This is true. The multiverse introduction makes everything somewhat low stakes. And again, 100% true. That's the other problem. None of that. And then a bunch of Disney Plus shows that ride an awkward line between kind of being a TV series, but mostly being lower budget movies that are chopped into 30 to 50-minute episodes. Dude, these people are listening to us. They are not arriving here without us. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. Yeah, I was pretty upset about that too. Jillian says they'd probably take being called a Marxist a compliment, quite possibly. Yeah, Simu Liu and Chris Evans both put their feet in their mouths, and they do it regularly. Simu Liu was supposedly very good in Kim's Convenience. I will have to check it out. I've told my Canadian friends I will look at it, but we'll see. Here's the thing. We are, because we love, or more importantly, trust you at Culture, and we don't trust the shill media. They're dead. Well, thank you for that. I'm glad that you're here, because you believe what I'm about. I don't know. I try to be as accurate as possible. I try to back it up with facts. I try to pull as many numbers together as well as articles. I don't like to arrive at a conclusion without information. Sometimes you can have an accurate knee-jerk reaction. It's just hard. But thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Rob Altus for $5. Speaking of support, thank you, my friend. CC, love what you do. I support many channels, but limited funds. Thanks for giving us a voice and keeping me company. You guys are, you don't even know. Rob and all of you folks, you don't even know how much it means to me that you're here week in, week out, day in, day out. For those of you that make it to the 6-minute daily, for those of you who watch on the replay, for those of you who hang out with me on the multiple live streams across many channels, you don't know what you mean to us, me specifically, but to everybody. So thank you for that. I'm genuinely telling you that. Yeah, I know it followed that run. It wasn't a good follow, and it wasn't completely accurate to the run. And again, this is what they want. And I'm not attacking you, Tina. I'm just saying, the reason that a lot of these books, and they're diving into the modern books and the modern stuff, is because it follows their Marxist ideology and their manner of modern storytelling. But I'm glad that you enjoy it. I'm not going to shoot a hole in it. I am glad you enjoy it. I really am. It means a lot to support something. So I will never attack you. And Jason says Miss Marvel's actually not that bad. And look, I have friends telling me that they are enjoying the show. It isn't written for an adult, so I mean, it's not for me. I can take that. I'm allowed to take that. There are kid shows like Coco Melon and weird junk I'm not going to watch. I don't care. I'm not going to kick back and watch Teletubbies, although I have friends who, they partake in whatever, mind-altering stuff, and they'll watch Teletubbies. I don't care. It's not my thing. And yeah, multiverse is lazy writing. So everybody's hitting these points, right? We're 100% right. Hey, what's up, Tina? I see Tina out there. Good to see you, Tina Guzman. I didn't watch the show. I just watched a clip. Oh yeah, a lot of people did. Let's see who else is. It is a great place to hang out. Well, I'm glad you guys are here. Hey, what's up, Wake Down? Good to see you, buddy. Goonies wasn't written for adults, but it was great. Exactly. By the way, when people start to say that, yes, maybe your primary target might be a youthful audience, right? But the writers are capable of writing in a way that'll appeal to multiple quadrants. We've had this discussion. You want to spread your audience across as many quadrants as you want, whether that be children, teens, young adults, older adults, right? You want all four if you can possibly get it. You want those demographics. You want to pull the full audience. You can write on multiple levels. We've been doing it forever, even in animation. cartoons pull adults in, well, older cartoons pull in adults as well as they do children. Snow White, Bambi. You still pull adult eyeballs. And not just because it's a kid movie. It's a good movie. It's written on multiple levels. It has a moral lesson. All of the good stuff has moral lessons behind them. That's the other problem. When you are so vapid that you can't find your way to a moral outcome or even understand moral outcomes, actual morals, not Marxist ideals. Come on. Well, I'm glad you're here, Mr. Butt Crack Media. Good to see you. Yeah, Looney Tunes is 100% that way. And Hollywood isn't becoming less woke. They're getting better at the way they layer the message. Well, maybe. No one should be watching modern entertainment. I'm not. I'm avoiding it. Do you know what I'm watching? Indian cinema. Yeah, I'm not kidding. You guys, it definitely does land more views because people are genuinely interested in your opinion on foreign films. But at the same time, the films are higher quality. There's no propaganda in it, let alone complete propaganda that we're getting out of Hollywood right now. Look at what we did. We rewarded a film that should have been released in 2020, Top Gun Maverick, because it was a good film. You could take an entire family to the film. It had a great moral lesson. There were consequences. There were stakes. It's good and bad. Yes, Venture Brothers, indeed. Yep, cash 100. How much of ESPN tanking affects Disney's bottom line? It hurts them a lot. They've invested billions and billions of dollars in sports just with rights contracts alone, and they're going to take a hit in subscriber volume in India and other countries because they lost that cricket streaming aspect of their business to the Paramount Group, right? The group that was partnered with Paramount. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see at the end of the day. But sports is a big ESPN. Think about it. They were the worldwide leader. They were like the CNN of sports, right? They have tarnished that brand, leaning into identity politics and all the other garbage. It's not good. Teletubbies. Isn't that called The View? Yes. Wow, that's rough. Everybody is welcome here. Reddit bans Rippaverse, the biggest comic news in a decade. How out of touch can you be? Yeah. They called him part of a hate group. Dude's not part of Comicsgate. He acknowledges the independent movement and wishes them well, as do I. I back a ton of Comicsgate projects. Okay. Does that make me part of a hate group? Hell no. I have no tolerance for people who have bigoted views, right? Not about it, right? And believe me, tolerance is a thing that we were being preached for decades under the guise of PC. And then it got us here with this identitarianism. Not cool. Yeah. The Lion King plays at every level. Dragon Master 360. They do. It is one of the few films. The Lion King, and most of the films of that particular part of the Disney era, animated or not, still play today. Still play it today. Oh boy, Wake Down. Okay, I just watched. Okay, so starting at the beginning, RRR is the most recent release that of any film recently released. RRR is incredible. It's worth your time. It's a long film. Get a box of popcorn, and be prepared for a bathroom break halfway through because it's 3 hours plus, right? It's good. Everything about it feeds into the movie. The music, some of the musical elements that are very similar to like old-fashioned musicals are actually a part of the story. And they do a good job with it. Composition of the film is great. The pacing is very good. Character development is there. There's action out the wazoo. The special effects are very good, although, the animals do look CG, so just be prepared for that. But overall, it's a 4 out of 5 out of 5. And that's and I haven't changed my mind on that film at all. and it's every bit as good as Chris Gore said it was. Then I watched KGF 1 and 2. Those are chapter 1 and chapter 2. They're in the process right now of filming chapter 3. Fantastic film. It's going to be like the India version of Scarface. It is really, really good. And you'll see what I mean by the time you get through the second film. KGF. And Yash the rock star is awesome. And then finally, I watched Bahubali 1 and 2, and I released the review on 1 yesterday. So do check that out. Sorry, guys. Yeah. And my buddy, what's up, 32? Nick is here. 32 flavors of Nick Wise for $2 says, you're my moral lesson. Nah, you're my moral lesson, bro. Love you guys. Let's see. Yeah, the 80s UK kids cartoon Danger Mouse, one of my favorite cartoons. Had more adults watching than kids. Yes. I watched it. I was not in the demographic for it. I was too old, and I thought it was incredible. DM, the nation is under threat from an enemy I can't name, but who just happened to own the Russian Navy. Well, there you go. That's really funny. We got people saying huge. That's right. I can't do it like Nick. Nick is getting really good at that. What's up, John Platt? Good to see you, my friend. Miss Fisto's out there. That was fun hanging out over on your channel, man. Loved it. It's a good time. We got Apollo Patriot in the house making some Russian military sim gameplay videos. That's cool. Let's see what else we got out there. Oh yeah, Train to Busan. There you go. That's a great South Korean film. There's a lot of stuff coming out of South Korea. Okay. No, that's not it. You can't find anything worse than Neil Breen. That's an interesting threat. It is a good film. It may not be to your taste, but it is a good film. What's up, Daryl? Good to see you, buddy. Let's see. We got more to cover, guys. I have more in this line. What I don't like is when people rage over a show. I don't want to do that. I have no interest in that. I don't want to be hyperbolic. I want to talk about good things and bad things. Right now, good things coming out of India. Good things coming out of the independent movement. I've got good things to talk about. Again, that's there is good on the horizon is part of the title today. We will win. What's up, Katina? Good to see you. Let's see who else is rolling through. Indie movie for the ages. Sir Les Patterson says the world shocking, but I can't look away. Danger Mouse, Danger Mouse. Yeah, that would be fun. I don't know if I can do that, though. Oh, wow. After August, we need to have you back on for a full show. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, gladly. Nothing worse than Neil Breen. Challenge accepted. No, Wake Down. It wasn't a challenge, bro. Anyway, all right. What's up, Cody? Yeah, good to see you. All right, so let's take a look at this because we got more. Let's look at this article that I pulled. This was from the Wrap, and I think that our friends over at Clownfish TV covered this to some extent in a video. Maybe it wasn't this exact article, but this was originally from the Wrap. And look, it says Thor: Love and Thunder to hold top spot in second box office weekend, but could suffer another steep drop for Marvel. Well, yes. Yes, it will. And to that end, I just want to say, we do have Rippaverse. Thank you, Mags. We also have the Terminalist, Top Gun Maverick to prove that we can fight back. And we have been. They've been supported. What's up, Turo? Good to see you. We got Pinochet's helicopter tours for $2. VIP super chats. Does that mean I get a guest spot? I don't know. What's a VIP super chat? Is there a VIP super chat? Cool. That's a cool idea. Yeah, I'm going over it. Look, I think it's the same article, but I'm not sure. So we'll look at it. But anyway, so it says there won't be anything stopping Marvel Studios, Thor: Love and Thunder from taking the #1 spot again at the box office as the weekend. Sorry, guys. As the weekend weekend's new releases, Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank, and Where the Crawdads Sing aren't expected to open above 10 million. No kidding. In other words, this film has no excuse not to keep popping, except because it's got no competition, except they're already making excuses for it, right? That said, Thor: Love and Thunder isn't looking like it will have a particularly strong hold at the box office. Now, if you want to listen to somebody rave, and talk about that, VR has been doing a great job of that with WDW Pro, right? That Park Place. But it says here, after grossing 13.6 million on Tuesday for a running 170 domestic total, Thor 4 is estimated for a 50 to 55 million second weekend, which would be a drop-off of 62 to 65% from its $144 million opening. This thing's going to go down faster than that. I think it'll be a bigger fall-off. I think it'd be closer to 67%. 65 to 67% seems like the range I would be saying. This film doesn't have rewatchability. You're not going to get eyeballs back on it. I have yet to see somebody say, well, I got to see that again. It was fantastic. Really? Anyway. While that's in line with the holds that post-shutdown Marvel films have demonstrated, including the 67% drop in May's Doctor Strange 2, it would be lower. It would be a lower second weekend than Jurassic Park Dominion, which opened at 145 million last month and fell 59% to a $59 million second weekend. It's going to fall. Dominion had a lot of things that were against it. The first example, this is an example of a VIP super chat. It looks the same as a regular super chat through StreamYards. Oh, sweet. Let me see if I can get to the chat screen. That's cool. All right. That is super cool. And Pinochet's helicopter tours sent a member chat as well. It says, and a lucky 13 milestone chat too. Happy Friday. Thank you for being here. Dude, they're cool. I love the VIP super chat. What does that do? How does that work? Huh. I'll have to look into it, but I'm glad I'm eligible for it, whatever it is. Pretty neat. Pinochet's helicopter tours for $2. My super chats have stars. CC has outgrifted Rakeda. Yeah. It's probably because of your membership, I would imagine, but thank you. So cool. All right. You guys, thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the member support. Thank you for everything. You guys don't even know. It is a more prettier background. Indeed. It's more prettier. Clownfish uses Daily Beast article. I have that one too. Yep, I've got that one too. Actually, I have some better ones, but we'll keep going. We'll keep going. Again, thank you for this, guys. You guys are incredible. But anyway, are you paying attention to Rings of Power? No. Well, in as much as I just think it's ridiculous, the more I've seen of these trailers. By the way, just for fun, before you listen to the audio attached to the trailers that Amazon is releasing, or anybody, just for fun, listen muted. Watch with the audio muted, right? Because it will change your perspective. Because you'll recognize whether or not the visual storytelling is going to be there, or that they did a good job building the visual storytelling with the trailer, which is, I think everybody's now abandoning that idea, but it'd be worth it. Rough Girl, good to see you. Rough Girl TV. Check out Rough Girl TV, everybody. I loved your tweet meme. Yeah, it was great. Anyway, back to this. We've got, let me finish this up real quick and we'll move on because I've got more of these. We've got barring stronger holds in the films later weeks in August when fewer films will be released. Yeah, none. Thor: Love and Thunder will likely finish with a domestic of a total of around 325 million, slightly above the 315 million total of Thor Ragnarok, except when you factor for inflation, there are actually fewer butts in the seats. So there are fewer people paying to see these films. It may be the last film to top 300 million domestic until the next Marvel movie, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, which arrives in November. And yet there is zero buzz around that film. And I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if because it's the lack of advertisement or what. But yeah. Let's see. My wife told me would go to Disneyland every 2 years with the kids from Australia until I realized they hate me. We've been 8 times, never again. A lot of people are like that right now. Yeah, Rings of Power is going to be a dumpster fire. You guys are on fire. But anyway, what else do we got going on? So basically, what they're telling us here is if this gets to 300 million, that might be about where it finishes. And I can't disagree. And again, I mean, this is from Jeremy Fuster, however you want to say it, over at the Wrap, and I don't have high hopes for it. I haven't had high hopes for anything Marvel in a while. I don't know if you guys differ in opinion, but I think it's going to have a 67% fall off. I think it's going to be a film that earns less than Doctor Strange 2. And I think that they are done making billion-dollar films until they stop diving into identitarian politics and being, full of the Marxist messaging. And I think that goes for every single entity in Hollywood, including Warner, who seems to be turning the corner. Paramount's like doing something that they're like embracing both sides. Not only that, they refuse. This was the coolest thing I've heard. They refuse to edit or alter films just because of your fifis. Thank God. What's up, Manowar 665, the neighbor of the beast? It's never been easier to sweep the box office. Indeed, Tom Cruise just proved that. And yet, new film prospects have never been weaker. Yeah, that's right. Money was just a nice byproduct of their propaganda machine. Well, they're going to need it now. Let me tell you right now. So we have banks. Okay, let's start. You know what? This is something that I want to break down. Banks are doing poorly right now. The second quarter earnings for JP Morgan and for Wells Fargo have both been down staggeringly, right? The profits. Okay. That's not good. Do you know who's not giving them money now? VC, investment bankers, equity interests, et cetera, et cetera. They're not getting that business anymore. And it's getting harder for these equity companies to artificially support a lot of this stuff. The money can dry up. We can actually hurt some of these entities. There's a company, there's a fund that actually shorts a lot of stocks. I think it's called Hindenburg Research or something. Anyway, they're going long on Twitter. They're making a bet, contrary to any legal thought process, that Elon will be forced to pay the $54 a share price $54.20 share price that he initially offered. They're wrong. So they were trying to artificially bolster this last week, starting around Tuesday. You could put them out of business by just driving the stock price down. There's a lot here. There's a lot of warfare the common people can wage against these equity interests, these people that are pushing these policies. We've already seen it with the quote unquote meme stocks, right? People saying, you know what, you're not going to go short on GameStop. You're not going to go short on AMC, et cetera, et cetera. There can be, again, you and me, what we call retail investors, can actually put these folks to shame if we work together to do it. And that's what terrifies them, because they saw that they could be exposed. We've got Manamore 665, the neighbor of the beast, another VIP super chat. I'm assuming you're a member. That's what the VIP is. So thank you for that, my friend. He says, for $6.65, the missus got clearance at her post-op visit this week for Vegas. Yeah. So you best have the boss in attendance or there will be hell to pay. No, we were going to hang out, my buddy. We were going to hang out. We're going to go and do some fun stuff together. I'm so stoked for Vegas, and the boss will be there. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have a good time. Hey, hey, hey. I'm pumped. Small time republic. Maybe banks should worry less about evaluating ESG scores and more on what they should be doing. Well, we'll give you an example in the financial world. And I'm not going to dive too deeply into the politics of it all, but look what's happening in Sri Lanka, the number one country within ESG. And of course, you can't. I mean, Comics was pointing out they can't equivocate it across banks because there are different entities in these involved in this stuff, but it is the highest ESG country. They fully adopted the World Economic thing, and look at what happened. You actually have articles now being written about eco extremism and its destruction of everything: culture, governments, society, etc. And again, we don't dive into politics here, but or I try not to, but it's everywhere. So that's where it is. Elon's going to get a cheaper price. Rogue's backstory: you are 100% right. Yeah, AMC to the moon. A lot of people are still holding, man. A lot of people have diamond hands. I still have diamond hands on some crypto. Everybody's like, that thing's going to tank. And, it's been up and down. Some of my crypto's down. It'll come back up. I have no worries. Thanks, man. Take it easy, Wake Down. Ape no kill ape at Rob Aldous. You guys are great. Maybe a stupid question, but if a YouTuber embraces bots like Twitter, would they be worth billions too? I don't know. The problem is that bots don't get you anywhere. I mean, it gives you that artificial look. I mean, I see channels. This is inside baseball, and I'm not going to attack anybody because I don't do that. I don't go after other YouTubers. I can go after their content, but I don't go after them. You can have a channel with 50,000 subscribers. If your engagement is 8 people in your live streams, or you get 100 views on your videos, how many people are really watching your content? Same thing with Twitter. You can have 50,000 followers, 100,000 followers, whatever. If you're only getting engagement with your tweets and reach with your tweets that, is only a couple hundred people, how much influence do you actually wield? The concept of the empty internet is real. I mean, that most of what you read is not real. Most of what you read is regurgitated garbage from, influencer to influence, figurehead to figurehead. I'll give you an example. Back when they were having issues with the farmers in some countries in Asia, not the current issues we've got, there was some protests going on. You had a toolbox that was accidentally distributed by the little teenage school skipper, whose parents are wealthy and influential, and who really doesn't embrace any of the green stuff she actually preaches. Plenty of photographic evidence of that. Anyway, she accidentally released a toolkit to the world that told everybody how they needed to present this and all the various talking points they had to present as an influencer, because they all row the boat in the same direction. So it had a Google Drive with a toolkit for the influencers. That's the way they are trying to make the world work, but we're not asleep anymore, folks. What's up, George Bonnie 90? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm getting smashed with bots today. Did y'all see Fox News did a story on Rippaverse? Awesome. I did not see that. That's incredible. Thank you for that. What's going on there, Peter Venkman fan site? Good to see you. Yeah, we're getting close to a 4K member celebration. I'm actually going to do it at 4K because it has been a while since I've celebrated much. We've got the 100th episode here of the Friday pre-flight, which I'll try to make a bit of a celebration. It would be interesting to see if I can get to 4K before I get to 100 Fridays. I have to see. But this show's been going on longer than obviously the 100 shows represented in the title cards. I just missed a few weeks here and there. Sri Lanka has the highest per capita Lamborghinis of any country in the world. Oh, wait, not anymore. There you go. Yeah, it is all about engagement. I want you guys, there are 93 of you here right now. I value everybody, right? There may be more because I don't catch all the other places that might get engagement in real time because this broadcast can go out via other places, including mines. So Don't know. But I do know this. Replay value, those of you who are here live, it means the world to me. And YouTube's starting to take notice that live streams are really a money-making entity. And hey, they want to take, part of the super chats, and they want to be like, okay, it's balanced. We can do that. But yeah, it is all about engagement. Sci-fi for me TV says that has vexed me forever. Our engagement may be 1% of our subscriber follower count. Yeah, some of that has to do with YouTube's own tools. And their notification mechanisms, right? Used to be notified in multiple different ways, including email, right? I think they ceased email notifications in most countries, if not all now. But again, I mean, that isn't necessarily the total engagement. Total engagement also includes like people who watch your other stuff. But yeah, number shaming. Are you the boy wonder to his Captain Abacus? No, I'm not number shaping anybody. It's just I want real people. I appreciate you folks. You guys don't even understand. Yeah, everybody back Rippa. But it's great news that Fox News has done a story on Rippaverse. Now other entities can't ignore it. Of course, they're just going to incite more hate against Eric and get called out about it by us. But I don't believe that's too, Captain Phantom Nerd. We will get you there, buddy. What's up, M Tax Shark? Good to see you, my friend. Nope. Try not to watch the news. About 99% of it's bad anyway. That's right. True story, Katina. True story. All right, let's get going. We got more to talk about. So this is something that we've been talking about over at Midnight's Edge and other places, and even my Tuesday tirade. The untold truth, and this is from Looper, so take that with a grain of salt. But the untold truth of MCU's Phase 4. Well, it's a discombobulated mess, and there's reasons for it, and we've talked about them. So here we go. The lore of Phase 4 within the individual installments of the Marvel Cinematic Universe has largely revolved around the presence of the multiverse, the incorporation of Marvel movie characters created before this franchise ever existed, and introduction of assorted anti-heroes like Yelena Belova and Echo. Yeah. Echo, not worth it. There's been lots of juggle in this stretch of the worldwide phenomenon. Look at how shilly this is. That is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. However, the saga of Phase 4 is not just confined to what audiences see on the screen. It also entails the arduous behind-the-scenes efforts responsible for making this collection of movies and TV shows exist in the first place. This article was written after they already admitted they really didn't have a good plan going into this, and they had to change the plan. The story behind Phase 4 covers everything on how long certain project in this endeavor took to make, and the evolving process of certain filmmakers, and how flexible Phase 4 has been in suddenly incorporating new titles. Yeah, they have no plan. Phase 4 has been gestating for a long time. Can't tell. Feige has never made it a secret that he likes to plan out projects. Okay. Feige confirmed, blah, 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 blah. Marvel Studios almost abandoned the term Phase 4. In 2017, Kevin Feige explained the plans were already well underway for the Marvel Cinematic Universe would look like after Phase 3 of the franchise was complete, which is probably where they should have stopped and rebooted. Feige explained to Collider that what follows Phase 3 may not be Phase 4. It might be a new thing. Okay. Apparently, part of the newness would include finding a new term. They didn't do a very good job with that. Blah, blah, blah. So Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Now, where have you heard this before? Tom, Andre, me, Valiant Renegade, other people. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was supposed to start Phase 4. Yes, this is where it was all supposed to begin. After many delays because of the global crisis, Phase 4 of Marvel Cinematic began with Black Widow. However, in an alternate timeline, it would have kicked off with a different feature, which would have been Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which would have been basically introducing us to the cosmic universe at that point, the cosmic sector of the universe. So This would have not only paralleled the early May debut of the second Guardians of the Galaxy, but the 3-year gap between Volume 3 and its predecessor would have mirrored the wait time between the first two Guardians installments. Having Phase 4 get kicked off with a buzzy sequel like Guardians of the Galaxy 3 would have been doubtlessly a boon for the saga. However, those plans got scuttled in July when Gunn was fired. You've heard all of this before. This is just confirming it. Talking all the way back in 2019, how long it would last. The plan was that Phase 4 would last just 2 years across 2020 and 2021. Well, 2020 was gone. Phase 4 wouldn't begin until January 2021 when WandaVision was launched. James Gunn's original extra role in Phase 4. Well, he was going to be the guy in charge of the cosmic. So you've all heard this, and that's the whole point, I guess, why I brought the article up, because this is not the way it was supposed to go, right? It was supposed to be James Gunn's plan, not Feige's plan. And to date, there really hasn't been a cohesive plan. That's right, Pops. Plan, sure there is. Add more female superheroes, repeatedly stated by Feige in 2017. Well, I guess that is a plan. Basically swapping out male characters for female. Lack of respect. That's right. Eric July and Rippaverse taking on Marvel and DC and beating them at their own game. And his secret? Respect the comic book readers, customers, characters, stories with no agenda. He did a great job of that. Can't argue with that. Yeah, I don't think it was Hunter that planned this Tax Shark. Maybe. One of the untold truths of the world, just because it's new doesn't mean it's better. Also true. AFK Bard had a good point. They should have called it MCU Volume 2 instead of Phase 4 because it is such a big departure from Phase 3. Exactly. Yeah. AFK Bard made some great points on Sunday. But again, we've told you this story. It's now being confirmed. So I feel like we're getting to the point where everything that we've been talking about has been confirmed by the mainstream. The people that have been, sharing this with us all, have been right on target every time. Every time, especially when you get shill-tasticness of, Looper involved in all of this. But let's get to what you guys think. It sounds like Marvel Phase 4. Whoa, hey now. That's rough. F the C word, kids. I thought Chris Gore made a good suggestion. He said, reset everything back to the 60s with X-Men. That would have been a better move. Much better move. They need to go back. They should have gone back to making period pieces at that point. So we could get Spider-Man in the 70s, right? We could have got the original Captain America and the Falcon against the Phoenix and many other of the classic stories. And this is the truth. Olaf Vanes says the story ended with Endgame Volume 2 would have made more sense as these movies don't really share a connection except Spider-Man and Strange. That's it. I don't know that I really, absent Loki and the weirdness of WandaVision, I mean, those are tangentially, loosely connected to stuff. But they did some real creative editing to some of these shows so that they would align with some other stuff. And making the Infinity Stones into paperweights was just trash storytelling. Thanks, Loki. What's up, Morgan King? Fantastic Four in the 60s would have been incredible. And look at all this. You guys are 100%. Fantastic Four in the 60s. Fantastic Four has to be set in the 60s. Yeah. Because, you consider that, the storyline around space and everything else and the gamma rays and all of that. Reed Richards. I wish I agree with setting them in the past, but I can't justify it. Marvel will SJW anything. Well, it'd be really hard to Marxist that period of time. But I hear you, Sentinel. I hear you. Phoenix doesn't work in the movies. I just watched Days of Future Past last night. It doesn't jive with either Phoenix movies. Well, the Phoenix movies are garbage. A lot of you guys are on the 60s thing. Silly CC. Chris Gore suggests would have resulted in the Mouse House to pay royalties to those evil white creators' estates instead of Samanamana. Good. Pay the creators. Pay the creators. You couldn't shame the audience into watching the Eternals. Made so much garbage. I can't believe this whole phase has been. I hate to agree with this particular person, but it's a scenario where you consume products to introduce new product to consume new product, kind of a thought process. It's not for me. I don't know that that's for anybody, to be honest with you. I'm tired of being sold stuff about the next thing. Well, you have to watch this because the next thing. You have to watch this thing because of the next thing. No. Make good thing. And I'll see if I want to watch the next thing. If it's good. Otherwise, I don't want to watch any of the things. And I don't care if I'm lost at this point. Of course, you already lost me as a customer. I ain't coming back. You got to do something extraordinary to get me back. Yvonne Solomon says, in-game was the beginning of the end for Marvel. Indeed. Hey, Izaj Melody says, salutations from the ER. Good gravy, my friend. I hope you were okay. Please tell me you are good. It is not a good place to hang out, unless that's where you work. It's all different. Goodness. Yeah, the space race should have been included. Indeed. Samanamana. Do 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 do. Samamana. Do 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 do. Oh, I love you guys. What's up, Red Shirt? Us nerds have always loved female black Asian. Indeed. Indeed. I don't know. I nodded off in Eternals. Everybody, that was a nod off film. Manamana. Yes. You know, the story around her bad behavior has not gone away. And there was a lot of mum during her show, right? Her show. Sorry, you guys are just killing it in the chat. I stopped just before Black Panther. I still haven't seen Endgame. I was irked back when they started, the writing started to go downhill. I hear that. I think Captain Marvel was where it tapped out. I was told not to watch. Yeah, I can see that. Do we even know this rumor is not gone away? Because there's been no confirmation that she's still at Marvel. She can be affiliated with them, working with. There's no confirmation that she's still there. But I got one last story to get to before I send you on to all the other incredible entertainment that we have for this week. Yeah, Captain Marvel was garbage. Yeah, No Way Home was really good. So, all right, let's get this last article, right? And this is from Escapist. I caught this article within 30 seconds of it being posted today, for what it's worth. We'll put that up here. Thank you, Eric Winberg, for the super sticker. Little Shiba Inu dog farting or clapping, saying I'm number one. Thank you for that. Captain Marbles. Yeah. Here you go. From the Escapist, 4 hours ago now. Says, the MCU Phase 4 is Marvel's midlife crisis. If only. There's an interesting tension within Phase 4 of the MCU. Phase 4 follows the end of the so-called Infinity Saga, the series of movies spanning from Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk in 2008 to Avengers, Endgame, and Spider-Man Far From Home in 2019. This incredible run of films found Marvel Studios dominating pop culture, earning strong reviews and impressive box office while crafting a series of crowd-pleasing and era-defining superhero films. Marvel Studios grossed $5 billion in 2019 alone. That's right. It was the best year ever for Disney and the best year in cinema in history. Just so you know. So, It might be fair to describe this run as the company's imperial phase, to borrow a phrase from music journalism. It applies to the period when an artist is at their commercial and artistic peak simultaneously. As critic Tom Ewing noted, there's something double-edged about the concept. It holds a mix of world-conquering swagger and inevitable obsolescence. What do we know about emperors? That they end up naked. The phase always ends. And a lot of people are still trying to keep the clothes on them, right? There's a lot of shills out there. There's an argument that the MCU is a giant TV show with Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame serving as the season finale and series finale to a story being told. However, while television shows end after their series finale, the MCU has not just continued, but exploded. The post-finale continuance spans about 30 hours of television and 15 hours of movies to date, which is nearly as long as the just under 50-hour runtime of Infinity Saga. As such, for all that, Kevin Feige might tease viewers about his company's plans for the next saga of a shared universe. Phase 4 has lasted long enough to merit discussion on its own terms. Instead, there's something genuinely interesting about looking at the studio's recent output as part of a single entity in unifying themes and recurring motifs. Phase 4 of MCU suggests something close to a superhero midlife crisis. And we finally get to the supporting structure of his introductory statement. What comes after an imperial phase? What is left when a major studio has reshaped the cinema in its own image? To quote classically educated philosopher Hans Gruber, Alan Rickman, when Alexander saw the breadth of his domain, he wept, for there were no more worlds to conquer. Given the failure of would-be competitors like DC Extended Universe and Dark Universe, the only real competitor that Marvel Studios faces is itself. So there you go. There's been much written about how the current era of MCU lacks direction. Yes. That seems... hang on. That is certainly fair. Writer Donald Ritchie suggested that a midlife crisis begins sometime in your 40s when you look back at your life and think, is this all? The MCU is the biggest franchise in the world. Endgame was briefly the biggest film of all time. What happens when a company that successful asks, what now? Okay, so there are hints of introspection here, which makes sense following the sprawling epic in which the hero saved half of all life on the universe. Thor: Love and Thunder finds Chris Hemsworth reprising the role of Thor, making the first time that an actor has headlined 4 films in one of the MCU's solo sub-franchises. But did he really? Wasn't he a co-star in this film? Allowing for recasting of Ed Norton in Avengers, Hemsworth is the last original superhero still active in the MCU. Yeah, because they killed them off so that they could have their female counterparts take their place. Love and Thunder finds Thor caught in a midlife crisis. Of course it does. He sets out in every film to find himself. Rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. The arc is perhaps more clearly outlined in the movie's teaser trailer than is the finished film. These hands were once used for battle. Now they're used. Now they're but tools, humble tools for peace. He states, "I need to figure out exactly who I am." And it goes on. This is a really good article, but we don't have enough time to go through it in depth. It's well worth a read. It's from the escapistmagazine.com, and it's worth your time. It postulates a lot of excellent questions. It gives you some pause and some thoughts that we should all be having about, just how directionless all of these entities are. Good writers have good ideas. Good creatives have good ideas. They don't inject a bunch of other garbage into those good ideas, and that is where the poisoning begins. And I'm hearing wonderful things about the Black Phone. You said you tried to watch it. That's worrisome. Hey, Jordy, thank you for that, my friend. Pre-flight is always such a great start to my Saturday. I really appreciate and enjoy the great people here. Mods, special thanks to you. Thank you for that. And I agree with you. Mods are very important. I got Darren Hughes out there, Jordy Lyons, Eric K, who's my great friend. I've got gosh, so many. Mr. Tickle Trunk. I'm missing one of the most. Just Another Red shirts out there. Lord Thoth. All of you folks make it work. And I appreciate it. I think even Captain Phantom Nerd will wrench from time to time. You guys are amazing. M Tax Shark for $4 super sticker. Thank you for that, my friend. I do appreciate it. Of course, that is a cup of coffee, which I desperately need at this point in the day. It was not a restful night last night, and it was short. It was a short night. It was a great stream with Comics Division. Go back and watch it and check out all the memes from the Legion of Memers. They were killing it last night. Frankie knows. Good take here. MCU Midlife Crisis, more like End of Life. 4 decent films. That's right, Frankie. Thanks for being here, buddy. Indeed. Yeah, the new Spiderhead movie. What did you think of that? I'm curious, Katina. Disney Marvel will get euthanized by the audience. I think it slowly is. Think about the fact that how many people are actually going to see the film. They're putting fewer butts in seats. The numbers would be less impressive if we actually had tickets prices be consistent with the 4-year period of the, or 5-year period of the Infinity Saga through Endgame, right? It's 5 years or 4 years? 3 years? 5 years. I think it's 5 years. Yeah, we don't have any idea what Wanda's powers actually are. Where are the limits? Can she do anything? That's bad writing. Yeah. Right. There are no limits to her powers, by the way. Which is why I don't think she's dead, which is the whole point. By the way, nothing dies in Marvel. There are no stakes. Why would we care? There are no quality moral tales being told any longer, which brings us back all the way full circle to the early part of the conversation here on the street. Uncle Remus says, I wish Warner Brothers would get their act together with DC Heroes and give Disney Marvel a run for their money. I think they will, to be honest with you, my friend. I think they will. I think it'll be surprising. I think it'll be surprising to everyone. All right, my friend. Take care. Be safe. I think Thor was a great clown in Love and Thunder. And yes, high recommend for Black Phone. Okay, good. Good to know. Oh, no. I had to go to my mom's house. Oh, okay. All right. Because I keep hearing good things about Black Phone, and I'm a horror fan. You guys know that. I'm a horror person. So, I mean, I want that to be good. It's a Derrickson film. So it's got to be good. It's got to be good. Let's see. MCU euthanasia. I'm surrounded by normies who know I am a critic reviewer and no one is asking about Thor, way less than even Doctor Strange. Yeah, oh yeah, dude. No buzz. I mean, even amongst all the normie family and friends that I have, no buzz. And they come to me and ask. I mean, now pretty much most of my friends and family know I've got the channel. And the conversation revolves around stuff like this when we get around to it. And I'm like, it's not going to do well. It's not going to perform. The audience isn't going to show up. It's bad storytelling. They haven't had good storytelling in a long time. James Rhodes, a.k.a. War Machine, is still around. He's awesome. I love Cheadle. For a long time in the comics, he was Iron Man. They could have started a whole new series of Iron Man films with him as Iron Man, but that makes too much sense. He would have been great. I actually just could have done the War Machine books. Right? Darius Munchausen. We got some great folks out there in the audience. Thank you. Culture and Tom equal bosom buddies. I wish we could do a show. I think we'd be great. Although I think the Odd Couple would probably be more like it. 16-bet is here. But you really can't show limitations for straw man Mary Sue women. You know, you're 100% right. 100% right. Sorry I didn't get to finish both movies yet. Was going to do that tonight. All right, well, just let me know, Katina. I want to know. You know me. I'm always curious. What's up, Biggles? Sorry, guys. We're winding down. I don't know how to finish off this thing. Yeah, it would have worked amazing, right? To have War Machine out there. Goodness. Naked Thor killed the chance that families would want to go. Yeah, you can't trust Disney anymore. Das Wolfen. Thank you, my friend. You can't trust Disney anymore That's the problem now. The families now, okay, they're not so secret bologna sausage, right? That's out there in the world, right? And anybody that hears about that, and then they, and they, dude, fact checking is such a joke now. But anyway, anybody who does just a tiny little bit of research can find the not so secret stuff, because Reimagine Tomorrow videos are everywhere, right? And their Marxism and their identitarianism politics that reside within the leadership of the company, right? That's a problem, okay? And that's on the pop culture side of things, not the politics side of things. But Naked Thor killed a chance that families go to see Thor and Love and Thunder in 100%. And from what I understand, none of the jokes land. None of them. In fact, it is so ridiculous. Do you guys know who Ryan George is? Ryan George is a separate YouTube channel from Screen Rant now, by the way. It's called Pitch Meeting, right? He's the comedian that put together all those pitch meetings, which are funny. Well, he already burned this film to the ground. It's been out for a week, less than a week, and he already burned the thing to the ground with one of his pitch meetings. Every single problem with the film is right there. Mm-hmm. And we're not there to tear it down. I would lift it up if it was good, just like I'm doing with the cinema that I'm finding. There's good stuff out there. I'm going to be watching the full run of The Terminal List. I'm going to be watching a couple of other things that have been suggested to me. But there is good stuff. As long as it's not directly affiliated with the identitarianism movement, the Marxist movements, it's probably going to be okay. I mean, Top Gun. Had that film been made right now, I wonder how much pressure would have been on Tom to not make a good film and to do something that was, had the Marxist message. It's a good question. What's up, Snowdub? Good to see you, buddy. Peter Venkman Fanside says, bare butt, not enough. Whoa, hey now. Yeah, whiplash between gore, menace, and the jokes is painful. That's what I keep hearing. Yeah, Reacher is an excellent show. Massively better than the films, even though, again, Tom Cruise was in the other Reacher thing. I'm a big Tom Cruise fan, unapologetically, or maybe apologetically, because, I know he's a wackadoo, but he's really good at what he does, and he's an audience-pleasing person. He came out and talked to the audience. Thank you for being here. We can do this without you. Yeah. I bet he does the same thing in Mission Impossible, Dark Reckoning 1 and 2. What do you guys think? I think so. It's not that the jokes don't land in Love and Thunder. It's that every single serious or important moment is undermined by a dumb joke. Indeed. And that's been the biggest problem with all of this. Cody Guy's saying that Terminal List is good. Everybody's saying this is good. Look at this. You guys are on fire. I can't wait. Yeah, Ted Lasso is supposed to be good. Outer Range is supposed to be good. Kids in the Hall, new show is good. See, I was worried. I'm going to have to check it out. Thanks for that, Mr. Tickletron. I think you will like Black Phone. Oh, as for Spiderhead, I don't. It seems okay, but I was getting bored because unless it does something different, you just know how it's going to go. That's the other problem. Predictability. Yeah, it comes down to writing, always. Yet sometimes predictable films are important and good, especially if you know that the good will win out in the end. Think about how they left Empire Strikes Back. And it was pretty bleak. But we knew we were getting another film. Culture's Air will save pop culture. Oh, I wish that was true. Is anyone watching Orville season 4 or 3? Excuse me. Seems like nobody's talking about it, which seems like a bad sign for more season. I think it's been pretty good. Well, are you subscribed to Orville Nation? Our good friend PG over there talks about it all the time. We have other people that have been doing bits and pieces on it. You can check it out over on Clobber and Times channel. I think they just recently did something. There's people covering it, my friend. I'm not going to because I'm not into it. I'm just not. And I'm not going to bash on something that I don't have any touchstone with. Disney, unfortunately, massive touchdowns. Marvel, massive touchdowns. DC, massive touchdowns. I don't think of Thor when it comes to quips. Spidey, yeah. Deadpool, yeah. Thor, no. And I'm with you. Although, again, in this reimagined world, some episodes are better than others. There you go. We've got Tina Bojan. The Orville has been pretty good, just a lot more woke than previous seasons. I'm not surprised. Seth is very woke. Hollywood Scholar, yes, from the G&G team talks Orville. Yeah, Hollywood Scholar is awesome. He's a good guy. All right, we've got to end, folks, because we have other stuff coming up in our sphere. A whole lot of great fellowship content is coming your way this evening, this afternoon, etc. I have had an excellent time today. Thank you for all the super chats, the VIP super chats, which is cool. If you're a member, you get special little starly sprinklies. For those of you who are members, there will be another member stream this month coming up towards the end of the month. I'm going to pump out 2 because some of you got membership right before or right after I was able to do a live stream. And I think I'll just I'll double up this time. And that's pretty much it. I really do hope you guys are all having an incredible weekend. I want everybody to be doing amazing. Grant and I are going to continue to meet to figure out how to expand content on the channel. And do check out Cultured Builds, please. I have been trying to build the DIY channel, and we're over 200 subs. I'd like to be over 1,000 subs here inside of a year. We'll see. We got more videos coming up. I did one specifically for the lovely Sherry about doing some minor drywall repair work. I'll have a bigger drywall repair video coming up in the future. But the next couple of videos, like the general maintenance, property maintenance is going to be in the next video. That'll be, how to do filter changes, take care of your water heater, et cetera, et cetera. Basic stuff anybody can do. And some other things over there that are, oriented around the garden. We're going to get back outside. We've got some planter boxes to build. We've got pergola to build. We've got a lot of things on the horizon, including full greenhouse tunnels, multiple. We're going to start with one and setting up an aquaponic system. So just be prepared for that. Thank you all for being here. Do check out if you are interested, all the great programming that the fellowship has to offer this weekend. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. Until next time, bye.
In about 1 minute. Thank you.
Growing up, I knew 2 things. That I wanted to be on YouTube and have luscious hair.
Before I ever ran a casino or got myself blown up,
Culture Casino
was a hell of a handicapper. I can tell you that. I was so good that whenever I
streamed,
I could change the odds for every
channel on YouTube.
I'm serious. I had it down so cold that I was given paradise on earth.
So,
When I got there.
I started doing my own things.
On YouTube.
And I opened up my own store too.
Vibrator repair.
Of course, nothing good lasts forever, and soon Hollywood started pushing in.
You see, I'm a
Woman.
simple taste. I enjoy,
Intersectional feminism. Marxism.
and gasoline. What's this? And you know the thing that they have in common? They're cheap.
Imagine that. It's like a G-dog on a fly tip, flossing with the pussy, cutting in the crib. What the fuck does that mean?
What am I supposed to do? Like, funny how? What, like a clown?
Get the fuck out of here.
After they got mad, I knew that something had to be done.
Get 3 coffins ready.
Huh?
Adios, amigo. Listen, stranger. Did you get the idea? We don't like to see bad boys like you in town.
This is my world now.